At the end of this video, we will have this foundation plan from our distribution plan. Key things we'll do are place columns, beams, footings, axis definition, and equally dimensioning step by step. Let's get to work. To do that, we are just going to select the dimensions, right click and move to select similar, and we'll delete all of them. Then for the windows, we are going to do the same thing. We are going to select the windows, right click, select similar, and we're going to delete everything. I will repeat the same for doors. We are going to select on the door, right click, select similar, and we're going to get rid of all of them by deleting. Now we are just left with the wall lines, and we are just going to place our columns. To be able to place our columns, we navigate to rectangle, which is here, or you type in rectangle on your keyboard. The size of the column we are going to use for this project is 20 by 20 centimeters. So we are going to click on one point. We are going to type in 0.2 meters, which is 20 centimeters. You click on tab on your keyboard and you press in 0.2, which is 20 meters, and you press enter. A column is just going to form. The next thing you want to do is to be able to match the layer of the walls to that of the columns. So you click on match properties here. You're going to select the property of the wall and you're going to click it on the column. So you're going to fill the column with the white color. To be able to fill the column, we're going to click on fillet here. We're going to choose the solid black and we're going to paste it inside. Then we're just going to press escape on our keyboard. Once done, we're going to select the column by hovering over it. We'll move to the copy command. Then we're going to choose our insertion. Then we are going to choose a base point. So here we want to choose this point. I will copy it and place it in all the wall intersections of this structure. So this is the first wall intersection. There's equally a wall intersection here. Once done, we are going to use our escape key. In a structure, the walls are being carried by the beams. So we're going to extend the walls to fill all the areas that we have subtracted for the windows and the doors. To be able to do that, you move to the extend command, which is here on your home tab, and you're just going to use extend. If you're not able to access it, you can equally type extend on your keyboard. So we can just extend it here. We'll extend here. We're going to extend. Once we have extended, we are going to press escape and move to the trim command, which you can access it by typing trim on your keyboard and you press enter. So you're just going to trim in every wall that is inside the beam. Done putting your columns, we can place our axis line, and to be able to do that, you click on the rectangle command here, or you type in rectangle on your keyboard. You're going to choose the insertion point, which is the first place here, and since our structure is rectangular, we're going to look for the last point here. What you're going to do is that you're going to navigate to your home tab and click on your offset command, which is this. Then you're going to press enter. You're going to select the object which you want to offset, which is the line you have just drawn, and want to offset it by 0.7. We equally want to repeat the offset command by offsetting it again by 0.7. You offset it again the third time by 0.7. Press enter, and that will be done. Then you come back and delete your initial point. Then you come back and delete the initial line you drew. To be able to draw your axis line, you're going to click on the line command here. You mark a point up this way and you draw it down. Then remember, the thickness of the column is 20 centimeters, so the center should be 10. So you are going to select the line and you make a copy of 10 centimeters, which is 0.1 meters. We delete the initial line that we created. So now we have one line at the center of this beam and this column. So we're just going to select the axis line, click on copy, and we choose a base point. The base point here, we are going to choose this end point this way, and we're just going to position them at different points in our structure where the columns are found. So we copy the line we have created, click on copy, and you choose a base point, which is the first point here. So we're just going to position it where there are columns in our structure. Then we'll equally do that for this beam here. So you just select on the line, click on copy, and you choose the base point here and you place it. Lines for the horizontal axis, we'll click on the line tool and choose this base point here and start at this point. We're going to draw through to this other point. The center here is 0.1, so we're going to type in 0.1. We delete the initial line and we are going to copy the line from here. Click on copy. We are going to paste it along the walls, so we'll paste it here. We are going to move down here and paste it this way, and finally we are going to position this one this way. So now we have axis line cutting across every beam. The next thing we'll do is to be able to name the axis, and to do that we are going to click on the circle command. We will just move the circle and position it on point 1, which is here. We're going to get a copy of our boys room here, and you can just type in the text A. We'll repeat it on the other side of the axis. So we're going to position it A, then we're just going to copy this and position it along the other axis. So we can just click here, move to the next point, and just position it along all the axes. Then we'll start numbering. So this first one is A, the next one should be B, the next one should be C. On the horizontal axis we're going to label 1, 2. Then we are going to copy this and repeat it below. So just get it below. Make sure your auto mode is on and you place it below here. Repeat the same here. You can mirror a copy, but I just prefer to copy it. So you can copy up here and position it this way. After positioning the axis line, we are going to start the dimensioning. So the first dimension we are going to do is the axis to axis dimension. Navigate to the annotate tab, click on the linear dimension, which is the first one here, and we are going to dimension between axis 1 and 2, and we are going to continue by clicking on the continuous dimension and just place it this way. We are going to do the same throughout the plan. So you are going to move to the x-axis, you repeat the same here, 150. The next type of dimension we are going to do is we are going to start from axis 1 to the final axis, which is 5. If you give us 980, we are going to repeat that for the other sections. Once done, we are going to dimension the beams inside, and we're going to dimension the in dimensions of the beam. And to do that, we are going to click on our dimensions, and we are just going to choose one location here. Then we are going to click on continuous dimension, which is this, and we'll just dimension with the beam thickness, which is 20, and we end this way. Then we'll just get rid of the in dimensions. We're going to repeat the same on all other sections. So click on the dimensions here. Equally going to repeat it on the horizontal dimensions. Once done with your dimensions, you're going to adjust your text not to mingle up with your dimensions. One thing you should do to your axis lines when drawing is to be able to make them dotted lines, and to do that you're going to create a layer for that line. So move to layer properties here, and you click on new layer, which is the first point here. You're going to save it as axis line. Change it from continuous line, click on load, and we are going to look for the axis line. We are going to choose the center line 5x and select on it, and we're just going to click OK. So we have our line set to center line. Want the thickness of the line to be 0.05, you're going to click on OK. Then you're just going to navigate back. So we are going to select all these lines. We are going to move to layers up here, and to axis line. And as you can see, our lines are now dotted. One thing to equally do is to annotate the beams. So we are going to click on the balcony here, drag a copy, and we are going to type the beam. So the beams are 20 by 30. We are going to type in BE 20 by 30. So we are just going to reduce the size by scaling it down using this command.
We both experienced this.
Then we are going to make multiple copies. So just click here. We're going to position all the beams at 20 by 30. We just position 20 by 30. Numbering our beams, the next thing we have to do is to be able to position our footings in this building. And this building is a bungalow, so the footings of these buildings are very small. So we are going to use footings of 60 by 60. So you click on the rectangle command and you type in 0.6. You click tap on your keyboard and you press in 0.6. Press enter. We're going to use the line tool and we'll draw across the rectangle. So we'll draw from here to here. Then equally on the other side, we are going to draw from here to here. Then we select the rectangle and we select the center point, which is this, and we're just going to position them at the points of the axis. We're going to position them on the axis of all the columns. The footings has been set properly. Now we just have to get rid of the extra things that we don't need in this project, which are the lines that we use to guide our dimensioning. So you just select on them and you delete. So as you can see, here is our foundation plan fully developed. If you did find this video helpful, please make sure you leave a like and subscribe so you can find more contents like this. See you in the next video.